Once upon a time, in a small village far away, nestled between rolling hills and dense forest, lived a happy family, Uche and Ngozi, and their 3 children, Emeka, Eda, and little Amora. One day, Ngozi received a call from her old friend, Nkechi, who was moving away and selling off her belongings. "Ngozi, I have this beautiful mirror," Nkechi said over the phone. "And I think it would look lovely in your home." Ngozi had always admired Nkechi's taste in decor, so she agreed to buy the mirror. She didn't know that Nkechi had secretly practiced witchcraft, and the mirror was one of her most powerful tools, infused with dark energy. A week later, the mirror arrived at the Uche household. It was ornate, with a gilded frame carved with intricate patterns that seemed to twist and intertwine like living creatures. The family admired it and placed it inside their hut, where it caught the light and reflected a mesmerizing, almost hypnotic glow. From first night, strange things began to happen. Little Amora, who was only 5, woke up screaming. She said she saw shadowy figures moving in the mirror. Her parents reassured her, blaming it on nightmares, but the unease lingered. The next day, Emeka, the eldest son, was getting ready for school. As he looked into the mirror to fix his hair, he felt a cold shiver run down his spine. His reflection seemed to smile back at him, a twisted grin that didn't match his own expression. Startled, he stepped back, but the image remained fixed in his mind. That same evening, Eda was brushing her hair in front of the mirror. Suddenly, her reflection stopped mimicking her movements. Instead, it stared back at her with a sinister expression. Eda gasped and looked away, her heart pounding. When she looked back, everything seemed normal. She tried to convince herself it was just her imagination. Over the next few days, the incidents grew more frequent and alarming. Amora began to speak to invisible friends, whispering to them in the middle of the night. She described them as the sad people in the mirror. She became withdrawn and fearful, refusing to go near the place where the mirror hung. Emeka started having terrifying nightmares. He dreamt of being trapped inside the mirror, surrounded by monstrous, twisted faces that laughed and taunted him. He woke up drenched in sweat, his screams echoing through the house. Eda's health deteriorated rapidly. She complained of severe headaches and nausea, symptoms that baffled the doctors. She began to have terrifying visions of ghostly faces in the mirror, whispering sinister things to her. Her parents, desperate and confused, didn't know what to do. One night, Ngozi was alone at home. Uche was working late, and the children were asleep. She decided to clean the house and stopped in front of the mirror. As she polished the glass, she noticed something strange. Her reflection began to distort, her face elongating and eyes darkening until she barely recognized herself. The air grew cold, and she felt an overwhelming sense of dread. Just then, the lights flickered and went out, plunging the house into darkness. Ngozi tried to move, but her feet seemed rooted to the spot. The mirror began to glow with an eerie, unnatural light, and she saw shapes moving within it, figures reaching out as if trying to escape. A deep, guttural voice echoed through the house. "You should not have brought us here. Now you will suffer. Now you